Okay, ladies, the biggest question is, what do I do with my hair after I leave the salon? So I'm going to show you a quick tip, how to pin curl your hair, which is what I do to my hair at night. First thing, you're going to need a tail comb and bobby pins. You're going to start by sectioning your hair at the arch of your eyebrows. You're going to take it all the way back to about right behind your ear. Parts don't have to be perfect. You're just trying to set your hair for the evening. So you're going to smooth it forward with your hands and then hold it with one hand and slide your two fingers down to about the middle of the shaft of your hair and then start wrapping the hair around. Remember, the smaller the circle, the tighter your curl is going to be. So you want to keep rolling it down to the base of your head. Sit it flat, like this. Then hold the top. Take your first bobby pin and slide it right through to make sure you're getting the pin curl as well as the hair that's sitting flat on the top of your head. Depending on the size of your bobby pins, you may need two. And then go underneath. Make sure you're grabbing the hair that's close to the head and the pin curl. So that's your front three. I usually just do 7. If you want tighter curls, you can do more. I only do 7. So I have 3 in the front, and I'm going to have 4 in the back. So you take all your hair in the back, and you split it in half. So you have 2 sections. You take this section and split this section in half. Do the same thing, smooth it out with my fingers. You can use a large comb like this if you like. I like to use my fingers. And you direct it upwards towards the ceiling because you want that fullness. And you slide your fingers down to the middle, make the circle. Most women complain about the fish hooks, it's not smoothed out. The way you prevent that is when you wrap your pin curl around, you have to make sure you tuck the ends, which I call the tails. Make sure they're nice and flat and smooth. And again, you roll that down to your head. You should always be able to see a circle. Remember, it's an invisible roller. And take your bobby pin, put one on each side. For the back, you're going to section your hair in half. You're going to split right down the middle. So you'll now have 2 sections. And then you're going to take one section, split it in half. And then you're going to comb the hair with your fingers, directing it upwards so you can get the volume in your curl and create a base for the pin curl to sit on. So just like in the front, you're going to slide your fingers down to the middle of the hair, wrap it around. For those women who complain about having fish hooks on the end, you have to make sure that when you wrap it around, it's nice and smooth around your fingers, and then tuck it. That way you don't have those fish hooks. And then you're going to roll it down till you get to the base of your head. Hold it into place, and then put your bobby pin on each side. Again, you don't have to use 2 bobby pins. It depends on how thick your hair is and how big your bobby pins are. For this second part, you're going to just smooth it kind of downwards towards the floor because you don't need as much volume down here. If you want, you can smooth it out, but I like mine down. Again, making your pin curl into a perfect circle. Take your bobby pin. I usually only need one bobby pin on the bottom, but for women with really long, thick hair, you may need two. So now I'm going to go over to the second side of the back, split this section in half. Smooth it up. Fingers to the middle of the shaft of the hair, twirl it around, and roll it down. Get that tail, make sure it's nice and smooth and tucked so you don't get a fish hook. And then pin it into the hair at the base as well as the pin curl. I'm going to repeat just like the other side. Down. Okay, and this is your set. When you get used to it, it'll take about 30 seconds, maybe a minute, depending on how long your hair is and how many you're putting in. The last step is your satin bonnet. I prefer this over a scarf. A scarf is going to make them flat. Remember, we want them to sit up as much as they can so they can act on of having a roller in. A pin curl is just an invisible roller. Take your bonnet, put it over everything, and then there you go for sleep. In the morning, you take the bonnet off, you take all your pin curls out. Be gentle not to snag or pull your hair. Again, be gentle because if you start pulling them out too quick, you'll start popping off strands of your hair. The reason for doing the pin curl is so we don't have to put heat on our hair in the morning, so we can have our hair healthy, and we don't want to create split ends by snatching out the bobby pins. So I have all of my bobby pins out. I have one more. Depending on how you want to style your hair, I usually just use my hands. If you want to use a big comb, you can do that to comb through it and style it. I like to just use my hands and style my hair.